Hey everybody, and welcome to another Tech Tuesdays video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about the Amazon Kindle Unlimited program and whether it's worth getting or not, in my opinion. So for those of you who don't know what Kindle Unlimited is, it's a subscription membership from Amazon that aims to kind of be a Netflix for books, if you will. For a subscription fee, which is looking like it's going to be $9.99 a month, $10 a month, you'll be able to check out unlimited books from Amazon and read them anytime you like. You'll also have some limited access to Audible's library of audiobooks as well. So that's kind of cool that you'll be able to check out ebooks and read them on any device anytime. And you can check out unlimited books, apparently over 600,000 of them, and just read them whenever you want. Sounds pretty cool, sounds like a fantastic deal, right? Well, it would be if it wasn't for the simple fact that the average person reads less than one book a month, which means that for the cost of a paperback, you're getting this membership and you're not going to do more than read one paperback if you're an average everyday person per month. Now that's not to say there aren't exceptions to that rule. I typically am an exception to that rule. I do read more than one book a month. However, they usually tend to be some free ebooks from Amazon in addition to some paperbacks that I may already own. Plus, I may or may not buy a brand new book every single month. And if I'm buying an ebook edition, it might be cheaper than if I went out and buy it. So I may or may not spend $10 a month in books. If you know for a fact that you do spend more than $10 a month in books, that's absolutely the exact type of service that you've been looking for. So let me just run through some of the quick cons and then pros of this service. So one of the big cons is there are at least 3 to 4 major publishers who are not on board with this deal because they feel like they'd be losing money and losing out on their intellectual property, which is a valid concern. So that means that there's a very real possibility that an author or a franchise that you're a big fan of may not be included in this deal if you took it. I encourage you to use the free trial to find out if you're considering buying this. If you're an Amazon Prime member like I am, then you kind of be getting screwed on this because you're already paying over $100 a month to Amazon for a lot of great services like instant video, the ability to stream audio with Amazon Prime Audio, and to get free 2-day shipping. So we're getting a lot more, and we're paying $100 a year versus paying $120 a year to get limited book access and to get limited audiobook access. When if you're a Prime member like me, that means that you already get to check out one free book at a time from Amazon for free anyway. So if you're not reading more than the one book at a time, per month, then if you're a Prime member, there's really no real incentive for you to get this unless you fall under some things that I'm going to talk about in the pros real quick. Let's talk about some of those pros. If you are a student and some of these textbooks that you're going to get fall under the free ebooks available from Amazon, then by all means get this, because if you've ever taken a college course, you know that by the time you buy 1 or 2 of these books, that's that $120 a year subscription. So if any of your student books for college are available as ebooks and you have a device like a Kindle or even a smartphone, I would say go ahead and get this membership if you're a student. If you're some kind of career professional that leans heavily on books for references or resource material, like I'm a graphic designer and photographer, so if a bunch of the Adobe books and Peach Press books are available on this, I may still get it so that I don't have to get updated versions of books that I already have, etc. And just the ability to have the entire library reference of all of these books and technical manuals at my fingertips at all times, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, that might be worthwhile to me to pay $120 a year for that, unlimited access in that regard as a career professional. And I'll be able to deduct it as a business expense. So if you fall into that category, it might be worthwhile for you. Another con that I want to bring up real quick though is it does not have unlimited access to their magazine library, which I think would have really sweetened the pot on the subscription service. An obvious pro, if you already are spending more than $120 a month in books because you're an avid reader and maybe reading is what you spend your free time or your hobbies on, then by all means, this is a great deal for you if you're already spending more than $120 on books. If you're someone who buys hardcovers all the time because you want to get the book as soon as it comes out and avoid spoilers on the internet, then again, this might be something that's very valuable to you. Also, if for whatever reason you're visually impaired and you deal heavily in audiobooks, which are considerably more expensive, then maybe this is a great deal for you as well. So again, those are things that I would definitely consider in whether you buy this. There are a lot of cons against it, but there are some specific pros too that may cater to your particular situation. So you'll have to make an informed decision on your own, and I'm just trying to help with that process. So my major thoughts for Amazon on this is they need to find a way to get some of the other major publishers on board with this one way or the other. Right now, I think one of the big holdouts, I think, if I remember correctly, are Simon & Schuster, and I think that Random House is still going back and forth on it. I could be wrong about that. Definitely check out some articles on that and correct me in the comments below. But I want to know your thoughts on what Amazon could do differently to make Kindle Unlimited a huge success, because I think that it's a step in the right direction. I just don't necessarily agree with it based on some of the limitations, not having more access to Audible books, not having a higher volume of books overall, not having the major publishers, and not opening up the magazine library, and not letting Prime members in on this just for having a Prime membership. If you bump the Prime membership up to $120 and we get everything, then that's great from my standpoint. That's the perfect way to go on this. Also, I think the general overall membership should be reduced to something like $5.99 or $6.99, so it's literally the price of a regular paperback instead of the price of like a trade paperback or something like that. I think if you bring it down to that, it's more reasonable, it's more accessible to people, even kids will want to get in on it. So I think that that's the way to go, in my opinion. But I'd like your opinions now, so go ahead and let me know what you guys think about Kindle Unlimited and its ironic naming, considering all the issues with it, in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other videos on my channel. There's a little something for everybody. And as always, thanks for watching.